Lord, you are the most high. Hallowed be thy name. Lord, you are the most high. Hallowed be thy name. Lord, you.
Hi guys, it's still the Circle of Life. On today's series, we'll be talking about knowing God's will for your life. During my childhood, I seemed to continually wrestle with knowing God's will for my life. I wanted more than anything to follow His plan. Interestingly, I still wrestle with doing His will in my life. I've come to learn that it's not just something that a young person does early in life. It's a lifelong pursuit in order to stay in the exact center of His plan. So then, how can we know God's plan for our lives? There are 8 vital keys to knowing God's will for our life. Number 1, walk with God. For starters, if you are interested in knowing God's plan for your life, then you must learn to walk with God. You need to develop a relationship with Him. Christianity is all about relationship rather than just religion. And so you must cultivate your relationship with God. You must seek to know Him, not just seek to know about Him. When you seek this discipline in your life, God will begin the first step in revealing His plan to you. Proverbs chapter 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path." Number 2, surrender your will to God. Before God begins to reveal His will to you, you must be committed to doing whatever it is that He has desired of you to do. Number 3, obey what you already know to be God's will. Many people seem to want to know what God's plan is for their life, but they overlook the fact that 98% of His will is already being obeyed carefully through His word. God is very clear about many aspects of His will. For instance, it is clearly His plan for we to abstain from sin. If we do not obey the things that God has shown us clearly to be His will, why would we think He will reveal any further information regarding His plan for our lives? Obedience is an important first step in obeying God's will in our lives. Number 4, seek godly input. One key component in finding God's will is to seek the input of godly advisors in our lives. If you don't have anyone currently, I would highly recommend that you seek them right away. The more you involve yourself with believers, the greater chances will be of finding godly men and women who can help you discern God's will. Number 5, pay attention to how God has wired you. God has created you to fulfill a specific role in this world. There is no one else who can achieve completely what God has purposely created you to do. God has gifted every one of us to perform a special mission for which we alone were created for. How amazing is that? Wow. So when you seek to discover God's will for your life, pay attention to how He has gifted you. His plan for you will always be directly related to the gift that He has bestowed upon you. The great news is that you will automatically be good at whatever it is He has called you to do. Number 6, listen to God's Spirit. Number 7, listen to your heart. In addition to listening to your spirit, I recommend listening to your heart. To understand my point, I consider this following passage. Psalm 37 verse 4-5 says, "Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your ways to the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He shall bring them to pass." I love this passage because it shows me that when I'm walking with the Lord, He will actually let me do real cool things I actually love to do. When you are close to Him, He will actually begin to shape your desires so that you desire the things that He has clearly called you for. Number 8, which is the last step, take a look at your circumstances. God often clearly demonstrates His plan for our life by lining out circumstances in an obvious way, and also shows us what His will is not for us to do in that same way. I will repeat that again. God often clearly demonstrates His plan for our lives by lining up circumstances in an obvious way, and He also shows us that His will is not for us to do in that way. The next time you begin to ponder God's plan for your life, I will encourage you take a look at these 8 keys. Use this principle to help you to build God's plan for your life. When you seek His will earnestly, you will find it. I hope you're blessed by this short piece of mine. It's still your girl, Adenike Adenito. Thank you for listening. God bless you as you take practice of these 8 keys of knowing God's will for your life. Do have a wonderful day. Bye.
Hallowed be thy name.
You tell me, say, make I